time starts now. Hey guys, it's Dani. Firstly, I'm so pleased to announce that I reached 1,000 subscribers on my channel. I am absolutely stoked. Thank you to all of you who subscribe, watch my videos and interact with me via the comments. Thank you so much for your interest and your engagement. To those of you who are new, I extend you a very warm welcome. And to those of you who have been around with me for such a long time, here is a big hug to you. Thank you so much for your support. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Otherwise, I'm also super excited for today's video because it is another wonderful collaboration with my YouTube buddy here, Mary from Lumi Level Up. There are other YouTubers also participating in this challenge. That's Life with Loki, Jane Church, Patricia KLM, Something Latte, and Simply Fatima. So I'm going to talk about the whys and the hows of this challenge, and this is going to be a chit-chatty video. You probably get to know me a little bit better, and go ahead and grab a coffee or a beverage of your choice or come for a walk with me. It may not be that obvious, but I am actually a relatively frugal and mindful person. Relative being the operating term here. So this is something my mom drummed into me when I was younger. She always told me, you know, don't buy something for the sake of buying it. Don't buy something just because there's a sale. It's actually much better to pay a little bit more to acquire something that you really love and you're going to really appreciate, provided it's within your means. I'll give you a true example. So there was a time when I was in Europe for a work trip. My colleagues and I often extend our trip a couple of days on either side of the visit so that we can, you know, have a look around at the local city. And then we were at the markets. Obviously it's very touristy. There were these tea towels that were being sold as souvenirs. I saw them and I thought, okay, wow, okay, these are really cute. They were going for €5 and I thought, okay, I'm gonna get some of these tea towels on the way out from the market so that I don't have to lug them around as I am walking around in the markets. And then as we got deeper into the market, I realized that these tea towels were being sold in many different stores and they were getting cheaper and cheaper. I saw €4, then €2.50, then €2. And then when we got to the end of the market, the last store there was selling these tea towels for €1. And I thought, this is the end of the market. And €1 is a pretty good deal. Right, I'm gonna buy it from this store. And finally I decided upon a print. And then as I was looking at it, a voice came into my head. Yeah, so I piped up and said, if you buy that tea towel, you're going to have to pay €1 for it, and then you're going to have to carry it back to your hotel, and then you have to pack it in your luggage, lug it all the way back to Australia, find a spot to store it, and you know you don't have enough storage. Use it for a little while, get tired of it, and throw it away. Yeah, so what she said. So I realized that I didn't actually like the item that much, and I put the tea towel down and walked away. My colleague who was with me was like, they can't even get €1 from you, not even €1. And then since I've become a mum, I've got an extra mouth to feed. I've got less space in my house because baby stuff takes up so much room. I decluttered my house about 2 years ago. I think I got rid of about 30% of my stuff. And as nice as it was to regain more real estate, I actually found the experience quite traumatic. As I was letting go of things, I was going like, well, okay, here's $20 out, $40 out, $150 here, $80 there. It made me realize that my love for material items don't last forever. And after a while, things that I buy, I use, I throw out just feels like throwing out money. So since then, I've been even more strict with what I let into my home and what I spend my money on. So I've really cut down on buying clothes, fashion accessories, knickknacks, you know, like magnets, souvenirs, blah blah. Anyway, I can go on about this forever, and maybe I can cover more of my mindful mindset in my future videos. But to cut a long story short, I still really love luxury items. They are my Achilles heel. For those of you who started following me earlier, you know that I am meant to be on Ban Island for 3 years, so up till May 2024, because I purchased my Kelly. So obviously that's a really expensive purchase, and it was a promise that I made myself. Unfortunately, I think I lasted 4.5 months when I started buying SLGs. I bought my Louis Vuitton Agenda PM, and then I bought a number of mini pochettes. And given the number of SLGs I've bought, I think it's pretty fair to say that I have failed Ban Island. To top things off, I also bought a Chanel handbag, and that unboxing is coming up next after this video. Looking at all the unboxings left that I have to do, it will still last me another 2 to 3 months. In the month of February, although it's supposed to be a no-buy challenge, you will still be seeing unboxings, but none of these were bought in the month of February. Of course, by the end of this challenge, I will make a follow-up video to disclose what I did buy, if I did. And if you're wondering why I don't just do one video with an unboxing haul of all my items, for non-luxury items perhaps I might be a bit more comfortable doing that, but for premium luxury items I deliberately unbox one item at a time. It's actually one of my mindful spending strategies. You see, I get a high from doing an unboxing, and if I unbox it slowly, I get to have that high last a little bit longer. If I do multiple unboxings in just the one video, the peak of that high is going to be higher and I'm going to come down harder, and that may lead me to chase even more purchases. Can you imagine how much I would be spending if I unboxed quickly? As to why I think I failed Ban Island, I think I am shopping partly because I'm bored. And if you're wondering why is a busy working mum bored, dishes and laundry keep me busy, but they don't stimulate my mind. They're not entertainment. They don't fulfill me. There are two things in my life that's been taken away from me, I know only temporarily, by the pandemic, and that's travel and exercise. And look, I know that's a first world problem. I'm not complaining, I'm just explaining why I think I failed Ban Island. So my husband and I used to travel a lot. We would always visit somewhere nice once a year, and for work I also traveled every 6 to 8 weeks. In terms of exercise, the exercise of choice for me is ballroom dancing. So I participated in private lessons, competition, I traveled for competition. But because of the pandemic, all those competitions got cancelled left, right and centre. The ability to actually visit the studio to train was also very limited. Ballroom dancing for me is all recreational, and I know it's maybe a little bit hard to tell, but these guys on screen, that's not me. They are the current professional Australian dance sport champions, and I'm only, you know, a little bit worse than them. What happened was Delta came to Australia and I got really concerned that it would spread really quickly. My daughter is not eligible for the COVID vaccinations yet, she's still underage, and I was worried about potentially bringing the virus back to her. So for that reason, I stopped going to the studio altogether. So I actually haven't exercised for 5 months. I am, of course, super grateful for this YouTube channel because it takes up some of my time and I enjoy doing it. Imagine how bad my shopping would be if I didn't have this channel. So this is the part that I find interesting. How am I going to do this challenge? To be honest, when Mary first invited me to do this challenge, my first thought was, okay, I better go and buy all these things before February comes. So the plan is certainly not to buy any luxury items. I will make one exception though. There is a Fendi Peekaboo Mini, a pre-loved one that I am stalking on eBay. It is in pretty used condition and it's pretty slouchy, but that's okay because that's how I like the peekaboos and I want to give the style a try. I don't want to be spending thousands of dollars on it. That specific peekaboo has been on eBay for a while, and every time the seller releases the item, she seems to be lowering the price. So if it comes down to 500 Australian dollars, yeah, I think even you guys would give me permission to buy, right? Otherwise, I've also already removed a number of items from my eBay watch list. The other thing I want to try and cut down on buying is food, and I'm not going to starve myself or my family. What I noticed is that towards the end of a shopping week, we are trying to force feed ourselves these fresh fruits so that we don't have to throw them away, and we are still intermittently throwing away some fresh vegetables. What I've already started doing is transition to frozen vegetables. I've not started frozen fruits yet. For those of you who buy frozen fruits and consume them, instead of putting them in a smoothie, can you give me some ideas as to how you eat them? Do you thaw them? Do you microwave them? Are they good? Which fruits would you recommend? I also have a number of pre-filmed YouTube videos that I have not yet edited and published, so maybe I'll just try and start editing a bit more. Maybe I might be able to publish a bit more in the month of February. We'll see. In December, by the way, I've not mentioned this before, when I was publishing 2 videos a week, I actually strained my index finger from editing. I actually had to swap to my middle finger to click on that mouse. I already mentioned that I haven't exercised for a while, so I'm going to incentivize myself to keep up some healthy habits. I'm going to pay myself $100 for every hour of exercise or part thereof. My dad did this to me when I was younger to encourage me to exercise. He paid me $1 for every 50-meter lap that I swam, and he always wanted me to swim 10 laps so I got $10. But sometimes I was lazy and I gave him a discount. The other unhealthy habit of mine is eating instant noodles for supper. So obviously that's really unhealthy. That made it really hard for me to keep my weight down, but I absolutely loved it. It was the thing that I looked forward to every night. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pay myself $10 for every instant noodle supper that I skip, and I already made $10 last night. And if I skip instant noodles for 24 hours, I will pay myself an extra $10. This way, hopefully February is going to be a get fit and rich month. It gives it a more positive spin to a no-buy challenge. What am I gonna do with my money in March? I'll think about it. I mean, let's make the money first, hey? So on screen, I'm going to put up Mary's no-buy challenge video. Once the challenge is over and all of us YouTubers publish our videos to report how we did, Mary's going to create a playlist of these videos and I will link that there when that's ready. So I've already made $40 on this walk.